You're a doctor. Why don't you just create a bigger cock?
Well, that's how I became one. Because women, they got a lot of options for body enhancers. Men, we just... I plan to change that.
Like dick implants?
Close. I had one woman, like a little something extra. I just can't get to it.
Peace. Peace, guy. That's right. Get your fucking asses in here. You know I don't be going live like this. But y'all motherfuckers, we gonna get some straightening today, motherfuckers. Y'all send in whoever the fuck you want to send in the room. And we could talk about this shit. Because this shit is crazy. We're going to have a recap. Let's get a nice amount of people in the room before we begin. While we're waiting, I want you to look up a term called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance. When you find what the meaning is, please share it on the screen. Peace, family. What's good, y'all? Listen, it's not about stirring the pot. A lie that is unchecked becomes the truth. A lie that is unchecked becomes the truth. Power is the truth. The truth is the light that takes one out of darkness. We're not just going to leave a motherfucker in the dark. Did KRS make me upset? No. I wasn't upset. But I knew he was wrong. I knew he was wrong, and it's certain people that posture themselves, and some might even say that I do this, but it's not what I'm doing. I'm standing on truth. But anyway, some people posture themselves as super official, and they'll use whatever to try, whether it's record sales or, whatever, your reputation in this rap game or some kind of shit to use to try to act like you can override a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I got niggas 2-3 years older than me talking about, you were not old enough to know what was going on. You weren't there. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? Who cares if I was there or not? Were you there when your mother and father fucked? Huh? How do you know that's your mother and father? How do you know that that's your mother and father? You going by their word? Because you wasn't there. I'll tell you how you know. You know how we determine parentage? Through DNA, motherfuckers. Through DNA. Now, when I look at the DNA of hip-hop, when I look at the double helix of hip-hop, what I see is soul music, funk music. I see people that, parents that might have come up in the South, who moved to the North, specifically the New York City area, and whose children came up in that post-Civil War, not Civil Rights, not Civil War, that post-Civil Rights era with that Northern attitude, that was like, motherfucker, I wish I was around during slavery times. I wouldn't have let motherfuckers with me. Like when Roots came out when we was young, niggas was like, I wish a nigga would. That's the energy that birthed hip-hop. Those kids that watched Roots and all that type of shit. That's the energy that birthed hip-hop, bro. And that's the DNA you see all in hip-hop. And so we hear it musically with the type of samples that we choose or chose to play at that time, with the break beats that we chose at the time. But we also hear it in the language, okay? We see the DNA of the 5% Nation very much inside of hip-hop, with terms like peace and cipher and God and son and you know what I mean? All kinds of shit. We see the DNA, but nowhere do you see the DNA of Puerto Rican culture. Puerto Rican culture. I'm not talking about Puerto Rican individuals. I'm talking about Puerto Rican culture. Jamaican culture. Those things did not influence hip-hop, regardless of how official motherfuckers sound saying it. I'm sorry. I hate to hurt your heart that the thing that you adore and love is something that Black American youth created. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that hurts your heart for some reason. I don't know why it hurts you so much. But this is a fucking fact. No one said y'all wasn't there. No one said you wasn't there. Sure, you were there. But if I'm building a house and you watch me build a house, does that mean you built it too? No. When the doctor births a baby, is the doctor the father or the mother of the child because it was present at the time of birth? No. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, only the people that were there during conception are the parents. Okay? So, all of this shit about we were there, yeah, you were there. But there's a difference between a creator and a participator. That's all I'm saying. And once again, I love my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters, and that's why I don't like the way y'all are trying to frame this shit like I'm hating on y'all or some shit like that. My niece and my nephew are half Puerto Rican. Like, my sister-in-law's Puerto Rican. Like fucking my brothers from Beach Ave, Puerto Rican. My brothers from Allerton Ave, Puerto Rican. Like, my sister, rest in peace, Raquel, who lived in my fucking rest when I was young, Puerto Rican. Power rule. I've had a long relationship with Puerto Ricans. I had many Puerto Rican girls coming up. And that's also, though, why I got to keep it real. We got to stop acting like there was this great relationship between Puerto Ricans and blacks. There weren't. It wasn't. The older Puerto Ricans, your parents and your older brothers and sisters, didn't fuck with black people at all. You know how many times I had to wait downstairs? Oh, you can't come upstairs. My mom or my pops, Morenos, Cocolo, like, you got to wait outside. You know how many times that happened to me? Like, my older brother, my older sister. Yeah, they don't really fuck with black people like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, us as black people, we're so accepting of other cultures, The fact of the matter is that we've accepted Puerto Rican people into our culture, but Puerto Ricans have never accepted us into theirs. And we're not mad at that. Nobody is like, yo, they won't give us credit for merengue or some fucking shit like that. Like, huh? We let mad people get down with our culture, but guess what? Y'all had to adhere to our culture, to our slangs and fashion, and it was about what we was doing. We was the influence. Y'all, unfortunately, we're not the influence. Once you picked up our influence, you helped ran with it, and you helped to expand it. Hang on, let me... Thank you. Thank you. We love you for that. To help pioneer this thing we created. You know what I mean? To help it proliferate out into the world. Thank you. Thank you, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, anybody, because there's probably other, I'm sure there was Haitians and Guyanese and all kinds of people that might have added on, not at the creational point, but, okay, even at the creational point, right? Because some people say, well, Kool Herc was Jamaican and Flash was Barbadian and all that. All right, guess what, though? They couldn't act like they was Jamaican. They couldn't act like they was from Barbados. They couldn't talk like that. They couldn't dress like that. Or nobody would have fucked with them. That's what Charlie Chase was trying to say. People was like, oh, nobody can have a regular name. You stupid motherfuckers. Do you not hear what the man said? Do you not hear what the man said? Charlie said he was Spanish and he couldn't be Carlos Mendez. Yes, nobody was using their government name, but you know what the fuck he was trying to say. And even some people did use it. Grand Wizard Theodore. Theodore was able to use his name. I don't know if Grand Wizard Carlos would have worked. Grand Wizard Julio wouldn't have worked. Sorry. So what the fuck are you talking about? He was saying that he was Spanish, everybody else was black, and he couldn't come in with this whole Spanish thing. And he was saying, I love playing this music. What does this music mean? He meant black music. He didn't mean Spanish music. He meant black music. And I'm just tired of y'all acting like somebody's ganging up on y'all or something. How come black people are not allowed to have anything for ourselves? We can't have nothing? We got to share this shit with everybody? And we did share it. We are sharing it. We didn't say nobody can fuck with it. But goddamn, we can't get our fucking credit for fucking the work that we did of really putting this shit down. And please stop with this 5 element shit. Okay? I don't even know who started that shit, to be honest. You know what I mean? Hip-hop is just MCing and it's DJing shit. And now it's like producing and shit like that too. But all this graffiti and fucking breakdancing and shit like that. First of all, breakdancing isn't the only fucking hip-hop dancing. That's one of many, man. We had the WAP, we had the fucking Patty Duke, the Spank, the fucking, the Rock, the Running Man, the baseball bat. Like, come on. Who was making those dances up? Who is making those fucking dances up? And those dances come out every fucking week. The Bismarck, the Joeski Love. What are you talking about? Breakdancing. That was one fucking thing that, again, we started, and when we put it down, Puerto Rican people picked it up. It's okay. And when they picked it up, that would happen to be the time that movies came into play. That's why y'all believe they're the pioneers of breakdancing. But I don't even necessarily feel that breakdancing per se is such an element of hip-hop. You know what I mean? Graffiti too. Graffiti is something that existed way before hip-hop. Some people will say hieroglyphics is graffiti, even though hieroglyphics are way deeper than that. But, yes, Kilroy was here and all this tagging shit that was going on. But see, what hip-hop, why graffiti became synonymous with hip-hop is because once hip-hop came out, graffiti almost graduated to something more than just ugly writing on the wall. It became beauty. It became art. And the art that it became reflected hip-hop culture. Okay, you'd see characters with shell-toe Adidas and fucking belt buckles and shit like that. And just the fucking Kango hats and shit like that. And when you see that, that's what made it, just the way they were standing and all of that type of shit. Like, that's what made it hip-hop. Like, and then the way people started freaking the letters and all of that, that's what made it hip-hop. But then the colors and the technicality of being able to draw and all of that type of shit. See, I was a tagger back in the days. My man Daff D, he was a fucking bomber type of dude. You understand what I'm saying? So, that being said, I don't even know who the fuck. And so people now try to steer you off these other roads with the dancing shit and the graffiti and shit like that. Listen, I had the 2 first Puerto Rican MCs in the game on my show a couple of years ago. I put the fucking post up today of Prince Whipple Whip. Shout out to you, my brother. Ruby D. Shout out to... Man, they're Puerto Rican. They're the first Puerto Ricans who said that they didn't get there till about 76, 77. Now, if we saying hip-hop started in 73, and some people will say, oh, well, hip-hop didn't have a name till a certain... Who gives a fuck when it had a name? You didn't have a name till you came out your mother's pussy. You still was alive. Okay? None of us had a name for 9 months. That doesn't mean we didn't exist. That means you didn't come out your mother's pussy to be fucking named. You still had arms, legs, you were breathing, you had a fucking... A system, a heart, a fucking brain, all this other shit. What are you talking about? Life happens at fucking the inception, at conception. That's when life starts. Okay? My name is Ruby. That's right, Born Infinity. My name is Ruby D, and I'm a Puerto Rican. You might think I'm black by the way that I'm speaking. So yeah, this all started when KRS One made a video. I don't know where this video came from. I don't know how recent it was. But KRS One made a video and saying everybody who is saying that Puerto Ricans did not have a hand in hip-hop, in the beginning, are stupid. I went on the page. Matter of fact, it was on Hip Hop Motivators page. I went on the page and proceeded to say, bullshit. Bullshit. I didn't explain nothing. I just said bullshit. Then shout out to my homegirl Wahida. She was on there, kind of maybe agreeing with it. And I said, listen, with all due respect, he's wrong. Regardless how official he sounds saying it. See, a motherfucker could say some shit that's not true. And man, it'll sound, if they could make that shit sound official as a motherfucker. That don't make it true. It doesn't make it true. And let me just say, I have love and respect for KRS One. I have love and respect for Fat Joe. I have love and respect for Busta Rhymes. Anybody that you could think of that they'll try to insert into this fucking thing. I have love and respect for Pete Rock. Okay? Like, but my love and respect doesn't extend to me shutting my mouth for comfortability. I've never been that guy. And I never will be that guy. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you don't like me no more. If I'm mad, like, I don't really care. Because I stand on the truth. Okay? Like, I stand on the truth. And the truth will set you free. If I was lying and I was knowingly lying and doing this, well, then I would be a foul nigga. You know what I mean? And the universe would fucking, you know what I mean? Would treat me as such. But that ain't what's happening. Because I'm telling the truth. For all you suck ass niggas talk about, well, if this don't make me no money and all this stupid shit, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You sound fucking stupid. Talk about niggas holding on to this shit. You motherfucking right, we gonna hold on to what the fuck we created. It's bitch ass niggas that let some shit go the minute somebody come up to them. Right? It's the tough nigga that when a nigga tries to stick him up, he's like, fuck that. You ain't getting shit, homie. But you bitch ass niggas will be, soon as a nigga come up on you, put his fucking finger in your back. Here, take my wallet. Pussy ass niggas, get the fuck out of here. That's not me. Sorry. And shut up with this white corporation. Oh, white corporations own hip hop now. Listen. That's neither here nor there. We're not talking about what white corporations own now. We're speaking specifically on the inception and creation of hip hop. We could talk about where the fuck it went later. Okay? The fact that white people own hip hop now has nothing to do with this conversation. So please shut the fuck up stop bringing that shit up. Because you sound fucking stupid. Bronxdale Projects. Disco King Mario is the nucleus of it all. And King Mario is not Puerto Rican. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, microphone check. Now, I was in that movie. Now, first of all, I hope people... See, I feel like a lot of people has a dislike for Tariq Nasheed. Certain people have a dislike for Tariq Nasheed. And so they're not even listening to what he's saying in regards to him telling the truth about this subject. They believe that he's doing this to specifically cause divisiveness and to make money and all of that case may be. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know what's in somebody's head. I don't believe that's his reason for doing it. Sure, he wants to make money off the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people have to make a living in this fucking shit that we, in this world we live in. That's part of the reason why fucking hip hop got sold to the white man. But anyway, but I'm not in this to try to make money off of some sort of division created by black people and Puerto Ricans. I don't want to see a division between black people and Puerto Ricans. A lot of Puerto Ricans would tell you, well, shit, we're all one. I see myself as black. Well, then why is it a fucking problem then? Why do you want special fucking acknowledgement? Why do you want to be separated from the whole? If you black, then we all black Americans, right? Right? Why you want to be singled out? If we're all one. If we're all one, then what's the fucking problem? Why is this a problem? I'll tell you why it's a problem. Because subconsciously, you don't really feel that we're all one. Subconsciously, it bothers you that something that you love and adore so much was created by people that you subconsciously look down upon. You subconsciously look down upon black people and really don't understand how the fuck you could have fallen in love with this shit. So you kind of got to insert yourself in there now and be like, no, we created it too. Especially 50 years later and act like nobody can, they wasn't there. They don't really know. Like, I can say anything. Especially if I'm popular and I have money. I can say anything and they'll fucking just take it as truth. Nah, we not doing that. I'm sorry. Chris Blaze, be quiet, please. Even if you say they contributed since the beginnings, he said Ricans contributed to hip-hop since the beginning. Contributing and creating. Do y'all have like a reading comprehension? Or it's 11:11 right now, y'all. Just for those that y'all understand. Angel hours. They agree with what I'm saying. Anyway. Is there a language barrier right now? Like, seriously. Like, is it a language comprehension barrier? Because I feel like I'm speaking English, but I'm not being fully understood. First of all, there's another myth being portrayed, like I said, that Puerto Ricans and black people were so close. And I'm saying that wasn't necessarily true. For some people it was, but it wasn't across the board like that. Like, it really wasn't. And if black people and Spanish people had such a close relationship, well, then please explain to me why there aren't more American black people that live in New York that know how to speak Spanish. Other than un poquito, yo te quiero, little shit that they need to kick it to a girl and shit like that. Like, why niggas don't know Spanish? And how come Spanish is not brought up in hip hop? How come Crazy Legs and them didn't name it the Boricua Breakers? Why did they name it Rock Steady Crew? I'll tell you why, because that was a popular breakbeat amongst black people at that time. And that shit sound hard, like some shit black people would say, rock steady. You easily could have named it the Boricua Breakers. No, my comprehension isn't off. KRS said they was there from the beginning. It's not true. Ruby D and Whipple Whip told you that. I said to them, so it was at least 3 years till Puerto Ricans touched the soil of hip-hop. Correct? He said, yes. Yes, I would say that's correct. So what did I do? Brainwash them? And it's funny, when I saw Crazy Legs out, he tried to act like Ruby D and Whipple Whip weren't media savvy. And that's why they said it. You hear how insulting that is, y'all? That somehow they weren't media savvy and that I am media savvy, and I guess I have media tricks that I use on people to get them to say whatever I want them to say. Yeah, that's what Crazy Legs said. Cut the bullshit, y'all. Like, just cut it out, man. That's what I'm saying. Why was Spanish not injected into hip hop or Jamaican? Why don't say Bumbaclad, say Bumbaclad. We don't do that. Matter of fact, Big Pun said, Boricua, Morena, Boricua, Morena. He let you know. Big Pun. Come on, man. Why would we even have to say the first Puerto Ricans in hip-hop? Why would that be a thing? If hip-hop wasn't a black thing. Why would Whip a Whip and Prince Ruby D be the first Puerto Ricans in hip-hop? Nobody says the first black people in hip-hop. Nobody. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yes, rest in peace, Big Pun. What? Being there from the beginning is two different things and you not processing. No, it's one thing. The fuck are you talking about? You see how the devil uses trick knowledge? Being from the beginning means being from the beginning. How is it going to mean two different things? How's it going to mean, well, yeah, it means creating it, but it also means something else that makes me feel good. Like, come on, Bree. It's facts over feelings. Can we please stop this? Can we please stop this? Can we please stop this? Like, exactly what is it that was created by Puerto Ricans? What Puerto Rican, and not just Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans too, or anybody outside of Black American youth, what exact thing was the influence that influenced young Black American youth that we started emulating and incorporating into hip-hop? Please explain this to me. What was it exactly? Because none of y'all can seem to tell us what it is. Please don't say toasting, because that's bullshit. Jamaicans copied everything American fucking singers did. All the dub plates back in the fucking 80s were fucking remakes of American R&B songs. What the fuck are you talking about? These people were damn near like a third world country in the 60s. You think they had better sound systems than us? You think we got the sound system from Jamaica? Like, come on. Use your fucking brain. I know people have popularized certain things, and because it romanticized it for certain people, they ran with it. They happen to be of Jamaican lineage. Oh, shit, I'm in hip-hop. I'm of Jamaican lineage. Shit, that works for me. You know what I mean? That's what happened. But that doesn't make it true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And all of these people who are in hip-hop, Puerto Rican and Jamaican alike, none of them would be able to do their native thing, okay, within hip-hop and be popular. Again, you had to conform to what Black American youth were doing. The slangs, the way you dress, the way you move, all of that. So my brother, Pete Rock, had to sample American music. He couldn't come in sampling Jamaican music, or we wouldn't have fucked with him. As talented as Pete Rock was, he had to sample this soul shit, that James Brown shit. Okay? Like, nobody, no Puerto Rican rapper could come in straight up and just rap in Puerto Rican and win. And rap in Spanish and win. Not in no early hip hop. Now you could be Bad Bunny and be super blown up over there. But does anybody play Bad Bunny over here? Do we play Bad Bunny on American radio? I don't hear the shit. Because he rhyme in Spanish. And again, we don't fuck with that like that. You have to adapt to what we're doing as Black Americans. We don't adapt to what other people are doing. Y'all adapt to what we're doing. And that's all we're saying. And it's okay. Is that racist to say that? I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. I really don't fucking understand how y'all feel like this is some attack upon you when really you're attacking us. When really I'm feeling attacked right now. Over my own shit. Let this be a lesson to us, people. And see, what's crazy is the next time we create some shit, if we decide, you know what, don't let nobody in other than black people, what are they going to say? Oh, that's a racist thing they're doing right there. They're being racist. No, we're trying to protect our shit because last time we made some shit, y'all motherfuckers want to lay your hands all over it and lay claim to it. So now we're trying to make sure that nobody can lay claim to this new shit that we created. So we just kept everybody out. That would sound racist, huh? Listen, man. I ain't trying to be all here all night with this shit, but I knew I had to address this shit because I'm just tired of seeing these comments in my fucking page. People I know fucking coming on my page and they fucking butthurt because they happen to be power rule and this is not falling, you know, within the lines of what their heart feels good about. I'm sorry. Pardon me. No, I'm not sorry, but pardon me. You know what I mean? Pardon me. But sometimes you got to break a few eggs when you're making an omelet. You know what I mean? Like I can't. You know what I mean? Who's worried about us? Who's worried about us? Nobody worries about our feelings. But we got to, again, now worry about everybody else's fucking feelings, man. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're trying to colonize our culture. First of all, this is what I want to say also. You're not Spanish. You're not Latino. Okay? You're Spanish speaking. Okay? You're not Latin. You don't speak Latin. Okay? Let's do all this Latino shit. Like, stop it. I'm not English. I'm not an Englishman, but I speak English. So again, if you feel that we're really one, like, who's causing the division here? We're saying, come on in the whole black family. You know what I mean? You want to be part of this black family? Come on in with us. Y'all saying, yeah, we want to be in, but we want to be recognized as something separate. Come on, y'all. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You just can't do it, people. So you can boo-hoo and cry and fucking, Lord Jamar is a meanie. Why is he doing this? Why is he hating on us? I'm not hating on you, bro. I'm not hating on you, sis. I'm not hating on you. I told you numerous times, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Even if you're angry with me right now, I'm confident that my love, you'll get over it. Because I give off more love than you could possibly say that is hate. There was no hate against the white boy and all this type of shit. Nobody was hating. Just standing on my square. That's all. Standing on my square of truth. You know what I mean? And if that's hate, if that's falling from grace and all this type of shit, well then, so be it. You know what I mean? Then I'll just continue to fall. But I'm always tell the truth. I'm always stand on the truth. I'm going to always not be scared to tell the truth. deal with it. Oh, hang on. You know, I don't even fuck with this. Now, I don't know who Ronald Wilson Jr. is. See, I don't fuck with this thing so much that yeah, I was almost gonna say maybe if somebody wants to join the live, I will talk to somebody. Whether you agree or disagree. Let's see. John Quizell. This guy sounds like he could be. Hang on, let's go with the God first. Hang on, sincere love. Think I'm gonna roll up another L. He said, "Peace, God. I'm an old school LG dude. Peace.
Peace to the God.
How you? How you
I'm
sincere?
I'm great. I'm great, God. Listen, I appreciate you standing on truth, standing on business. You know, I went to go see the film when it came out. Microphone check. Great.
I was out of town, so I couldn't see it then. But the good brother Tariq Nasheed did send me the Blu-ray. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So I got it.
I just got mine too. Shout out to my sister, Nicey Girl. She's in the chat. She went by the Hidden History Museum out there and got me a copy.
Okay.
But yeah, man, we've been dealing with this for the last couple of years now, man. I've been putting out a lot of content, straightening out the record. And it's like you saying right here on the live, man, that the truth is the truth. People gonna have to deal with. If you got a problem with the truth, to me, it's based on a anti-black American sentiment that you have. There's no other reason why you would have a problem saying, because when you listen to, Whipple Whip and all the guys you had on your show, um, Charlie Chase and all the guys who were the original Puerto Ricans who was down, they have no problem saying, "No, we got it from the brothers." It was a few of us Puerto Ricans that came around. We learned from them. We got behind the wheels of steel. We got on the mic. We started breakdancing, whatever. But we learned it from the Black American brothers that was there in the Bronx. Anybody got a problem with saying that? It's because they have a anti-Black American mindset. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. That's what I'm saying. They hate the fact that something they adore so much was created by people they look down upon.
Exactly.
People that their mothers and older brothers and sisters would be like, you fuck with those fucking morenos, they're fucking whatever they say culturally about black people. They didn't feel good about that, having to go home every day trying to justify that part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now it's like if there's a way that they could kind of, well, it's not exactly made by, fully by those people that we look down on. We made it too, ma.
Right.
Like
Right.
you can be happy with it, ma. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like because Puerto Ricans made the shit too. I
Mm-hmm.
just found out. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like it's that type of shit, and it's
Right.
like, no, ma. Your son loves some nigga shit, okay?
Right.
Like, straight the fuck up. Black and Puerto Rican relations were not as good as some people are trying to paint it out to be here in New York. Like, there were some neighborhoods you just couldn't go in. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Black and Puerto Ricans did fuck with each other. Why? Because poverty forced it upon us.
Proximity.
And right, because of poverty.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now, but I believe when the Puerto Ricans first got here, they thought because of their hair and texture, and some of them are lighter, that they were going to be treated more as white people. That first generation believed that.
Right.
It was that next generation, which ended up being coming up during the hip hop times, that realized, man, they treating us like just like these niggas that we watching in these park cams and all this type of shit. Like, we might as well fuck with them. I don't care how straight my hair is compared to theirs. They treating us like niggas. We might
Right.
as well fuck with the niggas. And that's what ended up happening. And
Right.
that generation of Puerto Ricans is the ones that became our brothers and sisters and that we was fucking with. And some of them had joined the 5% Nation and all of that.
Exactly.
And they're
Exactly.
fucking, and when they say their lessons, they say, who is the original man? It's the Asiatic black man. They didn't
Right.
say it was the Puerto Rican man.
Right.
You have Power Rule brothers saying the original man is the black
Right.
man. So what are we talking about here? And who brought that to us? Who brought that to us? A foundational black American by the name of Clarence 13X Smith, the father of law, who was
Right.
from Danville, Virginia.
Right.
The same way we brought this soul music up from the South and brought it here to the New York City area. And then the kids from the civil rights era, who lived in this area, who had a certain attitude, took that shit and created hip hop. And yes, were the Puerto Ricans there early? Absolutely. But did they create it? Were they the ones that conceived it
Right.
and put it into
Does it
motion?
come from their culture?
And what
Does it come from their culture?
and was it their culture that influenced it
Right.
to whatever direction it went?
Right.
And unfortunately, and not just Puerto Ricans, I don't want to gang up on Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans too, or anybody else that comes in and tries to lay claim to this. Nobody else's culture influenced this hip hop culture other than black American youth culture. Because if somebody said black American adults influenced this, you know, I would say, well, maybe through the records that we played,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But they wasn't fucking with our sensibilities and shit like that. The music was too loud, or, we need to tie our sneakers and all of this shit that they wasn't fucking, the adults wasn't fucking with. So I'm
Right.
excluding black American adults even. You see what I'm saying? It was specifically black American youth that created this hip hop shit.
And I think that's where for some people it gets confusing. Some of the non-FBA people, it gets confusing to them. Some of these guys, like the Pete Rocks and the Fat Joes, these guys know they're lying. I'm not talking about them. They know that they're lying. But like you were just explaining, the ones that were born here, that grew up with us, for them, it could be a little bit confusing because what happened with them is they're surrounded by our culture. The only time they experience their own culture is inside their apartment.
Yep.
So their own culture becomes alien to them because
Mm.
it's not reinforced when they walk out their
Yep.
door. So
Because when
from
they go to
childhood,
school,
right,
everybody's speaking in English, and then when they go home, they're like, a lot of times they was almost embarrassed that their mother
right,
speaking Spanish and all of this type of shit. Like, man, like,
and
you
we
know,
cracked jokes on them. It was an insult to say you was dressed like a Puerto Rican or a Jamaican. That was an insult.
that was an
You know
insult.
what I'm saying? Right.
That was and Cool Herc said it. He said, "Man, I had my cowboy boots on. They used to call them shits roach stompers and shit like that."
And
The
even
girls,
that is black American influence when you think about that they was wearing cowboy boots and all of that because
yes,
back in Jamaica they was influenced by American television and all of
westerns.
that.
Yep,
Right,
American westerns.
right, right. But
This whole conversation, I don't even know why it's a thing. I don't know why, other than to me, it speaks to the 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 hatred of original black people. You know what I mean?
it's the colonization, man. Y'all broke it down perfectly in the movie. Now that it's a positive, everybody wants to lay claim to it. When it was a negative thing,
Nobody was
it was
fucking with
just
it.
us. You know what I'm
It was
saying?
us.
But let
Yep.
me ask you this before I hop off of here because I was just curious to know: is Grand Pooba Jamaican?
No.
He's the FBA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, okay. Some people in the comment section was saying otherwise, and I wasn't sure. I couldn't find nothing to substantiate it, so I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, nah, his people. Dixon. Come on, his last name is Dixon.
Got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But continue to build. Some other people might want to hop on. I appreciate you, Lord.
No doubt.
All right. Peace of the God.
Peace. All right. That was fun. That was good. I'm gonna bring on. Let's see, John Quality or Johnny Quizell. Sound like he might be Power Rule. Let's see if you can understand.
Lord Jamar,
What's up, man?
salute, my brother.
How are
I'm
you?
doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm great,
All
man.
right, yo, I'm a big ass fan, bro. Real big. Brand new being all the way.
Thank you, man.
My pleasure, bro. And I got to meet Puba, I got to meet Sadat X, and I finally got to meet you. I watched all your Vlad interviews. I'm a brand Nubian fan like a motherfucker, bro.
I appreciate you. Where you from, man?
I'm from Connecticut originally, but I'm living in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
I'm over in Coral Springs, Fort Lauderdale area, Broward.
And what part of Connecticut did you grow up in?
I was born in New Milford, lived in Bridgeport, lived in Danbury, and I also lived in the Bronx in the projects.
Okay. And how old are you, sir?
47 years old.
Okay. So what's your experience? What's your earliest experience with hip hop?
When I was 5 years old, Run DMC on MTV is what exposed me to rap. My father used to beat the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Got away from that shit real quick.
Oh, shit. Look at that. He got a cassette tape. God damn.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah, bro. I'm a hip hop fan, bro, like a motherfucker.
Well, I appreciate you, man. We having this little conversation. I don't think you have a dog in the fight, so it's all good. But
It's all good. I respect your opinion, and I back you up 100%, man.
Thank you, man. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you can love some shit and not have to feel like you created it, right?
Word, exactly, bro. Exactly, man. I'm glad to be accepted because I spit too. I rhyme. I just did a song with Sadat X.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we did it. We called Joint Chiefs, and Elder Sensei gonna jump on it in a minute.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do your thing. That's what's up.
And I did something with Prince Poe. I'm not famous. I don't give a fuck about the fame. I care about getting the respect for my craft from gentlemen like you, Sadat. What really told me I made it is when Diamond D listened to my shit and gave me props. And
that's what's up.
You know what I mean? And when he invited me to the Dime Piece Volume 1 listening party down in Miami, I went down there, met him, hung out with him. I became good friends with Hakeem Green of Channel Live.
I know Hakeem.
Yeah, he's a good brother. He lived down here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He does.
Yeah. I can't tell you where, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Anyway, listen, I want to continue this conversation we're having, so I'm going to bring some other people on. But thanks for chiming in, man.
Hey, my pleasure, brother. Flowers, respect, one love.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Who else we got in the house? Who else we got in the house? Dwayne The Rock. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dwayne. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yo.
Don't do it. Oh.
Hey, I'm not gonna do it since you told me don't
do it. He's mad
Hey.
at me anyway.
He is.
I mean, he's gonna be mad because I said.
Hey, I don't know. I
bullshit.
can't even see you. It went black.
It went black.
Yeah, I can't even see you.
I see you. I see me.
Oh, that shit went black. Hold on.
Maybe you did something. I don't know.
No, I can't see you. Hold on, let me see something. Yo, what's up, bro?
Good.
I can't see you, but oh well. I'm not gonna do it because if I do it, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get a call.
Ah, well, it's not me doing it,
Hey,
so you go ahead.
I know, but you're going to get a call from. It's either going to be one or the other.
Oh shit! How are you, super producer Dwayne the Rock in the house? What's good, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. Just wrapped up that show, like TV show I got with Dougie Fresh on TV1.
Okay, dope. What's it called?
Right now, well, we had a name called Collab, but we got to go through some different names right now. But it's airing in January.
You know that's my birthday twin, right?
Dougie Fresh?
Yeah, he's one of them.
What?
Yeah, I got a few birthday twins, man. September 17th, man. It's a
No, that's a
special,
day after. That's a day after my mom's, man. My mom's the 16th. That's what's up. That's why we vibe.
special. You know what I mean?
Wow,
But
that 17 is that 8. That 8 is infinity. That 8 is the.
knowledge, God, born, build, destroy. You heard?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So, are you paying attention to this conversation? What we're
Am
talking
I
about here?
am I talking to Lord or is this conversation about Puerto or Rican?
Oh
I
shit!
I need to know. The Temple of Hip Hop would like to know. Is it about Puerto or about Rican?
And who wants to know?
The Temple of Hip Hop.
No, which two people want to know?
Yo, hey, nah, but honestly though, the good thing is though, brother, what I do love. Oh, look at that. Um, yeah, if I remember right, you produced KRS One's Maximum Strength. Is that crazy, bro?
know you like that, huh?
Yes, I am in the Museum of Hip Hop. Um, now, to be honest with you though, it's kind of like it's the topic, man, is real touchy. You know what I mean? Of course, this generation, our generation, thinks a little differently. But far as the older generation, yo, they didn't mess with a lot of people. Like even me, like I'm Cape Verdean. They just they like my grandmother's um um peers were all racist. They didn't they didn't mess with niggas. You know what I'm saying? So
And
at
reverse
the end of the
quickly,
day,
could you come in hip hop and act all Cape Verdean?
no, I came in hip hop acting hip hop.
You see,
You know what I'm
because that's
saying?
what you
And
have
I
to
it,
do. And what does that mean? That means you had to come in and act like a black American.
correct.
Period.
Correct.
So
I had
what
a
the fuck are we
shape.
arguing
I
about
had a
here?
shape. But to be honest with you, I don't think it was actually coming in. It was you're being taught. You're being taught visually. You're being taught it's an audio visual experience. Hip hop gives people an audio visual experience coming into it. Now, the thing is though, even with slang, dialect, you know, just style, all that. Like we are definitely, I say we as hip hop heads, as the collective, you know, we're responsible for a lot of people tapping in. The Europeans, the Japanese. I mean, I heard someone spit in Japanese, and I thought it was dope because his cadence was just really dope. I didn't
Yeah,
know what the hell he was saying.
black kids made some shit that went worldwide. Dope. And the first ones to get on it was the Puerto Ricans because they was right there.
Yep.
They was the first ones to participate. They was right. Ooh, they was right there. But
Beat
creating
Nuts,
and
Cypress
participation
Hill,
are two
Spanish,
different.
this Latin, this Spanish people. Period. This you know.
Come on, Be Real is my homie, but you know what I mean? Like that's a whole next, you know what I mean? Era. Peace, Daz. I see you.
So are you elaborating off of like what KRS One said the other night?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like it because and see and because it's dangerous because Chris is so respected and people will use they'll send this video. See, look what KRS said. Like that means you're wrong because KRS knows better than you. And at some point, somebody has to say, with all due respect, he's wrong. With all due respect, I love you, brother, but you're wrong. And somebody, you know what I mean? Niggas are scared to do that. But I'm not. I'm not. He's wrong. So I went on the fucking shit and said bullshit. I went on the page and said bullshit to what he was saying. And then I said to someone, I said, with all due respect, he's wrong, regardless how official he sounds saying it. You can sound official as fuck and be wrong.
Yeah.
And see, he's been posturing a long time to put himself in this position. So, by having something like the Temple of Hip Hop, that makes it seem like, yo, well, I'm more official than you, nigga. I got a Temple of Hip Hop. What do you have? You see what I'm saying? I must be more smarter than you. Like, bro, I'm just standing on truth. You might know a whole bunch of shit more than me about metaphysics and all other kind of history and shit like that. But I know for a fact that what I'm talking about right here is truth. And the people who were there already said it. I don't even understand why we're even going through this. People who were there, Puerto Rican people who were there, have said it. The shit should be closed. Are they falling from grace? Are they the ones hating? Because they the ones that said it. Why am I the bad guy?
Well, you're gonna be the bad guy because you're not a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, no disrespect, but you hold a lot of truth in just your position, just period. Like ever since I met you, man, you always been straight up. You know what I'm saying? Honest. And I think your honesty hurts a lot of people because people want to be lied to and feel like feed into the lies, like it's prefabricate. You know what I mean?
All full of
Like
fakeness.
you fake is
Honesty
fakeness,
is
and
shocking.
it's a high level of insecurity.
Right. And I'm not going to feed into your insecurity. You got to deal with that. I'm just going to tell the truth. And I'm going to let the chips fall where they may.
Hey,
I'm
that's
not
it.
going to say some shit because that makes you feel good. Because I know that that's in your heritage. Like, I'm half FBA, well, basically, if you go back a few generations, my father's side comes from Guyana. Although we've been here for generations, his side has
Yeah.
been here. But my mom's side is FBA fully. Um, but that being said, shit, I could jump on the other side and be like, oh, some Guyanese were involved in this shit, and you know what I mean? Like, but no, I'm gonna tell the truth. Like, even if I didn't have a fight in this, even if I had no FBA in this, I still would tell the truth and be like, yo, Black American kids started this. I don't know what the fuck. It would be nice if we started it, but truth is the truth, man. And I don't understand why people can't see that.
Sometimes they got to feel it. Sometimes people can't see things. They got to feel things. So
Yeah.
I just know with you is you're a purposeful person, and anybody who does pick a fight with you, they just need to be prepared for the debate. It's a real one. It's going to be a real one.
And be prepared to show and prove. Because I just gave evidence earlier, and people are still talking shit. Like they're still talking. I provided evidence, two Exhibit A and Exhibit B, of two different popular early Puerto Rican icons in the game who's backing up what I'm saying, and still you want to argue with me and act like I'm saying something wrong. It's crazy, bro. Listen,
But you know what's
this
so
dude.
crazy though? It's like you get Fat Joe, who pretty much salutes KRS One. You know what I'm saying? Like salutes him for the simple fact that they're both from the same place. You know what I'm saying? And and I just there's a lot of brotherhood there that they have. Period. So you know, K- KRS One is a moment to moment person. You got to know that. And
Mm,
whatever he's feeling in that moment is that moment. And the next day, you know, if he's wrong about something, I do see I've seen it. I've actually had a session when I was producing him, and my boy was like, "Yo, that verse was whack." Told him
mm.
straight up, and he was like, "The Rock, is this your man?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, he said my verse was whack. Who, who is your man? Who has he worked with? And so my man was like, "Yo, listen, you're talking to me as if I'm not here." He said, "Listen, I feel like you could come hard," and he let him see what it is. And Chris came back the next day and said, "Now let your man hear this." And it was fire.
Oh
And it
shit.
was and it met up to the standards. And sometimes, you know, people want to hear, even though it makes you may think somebody might be offensive, be mad, but people like to be they like to be challenged by smart people. It's when dumb people say shit that's what really pisses you off. But man, he ain't got no beef with you, bro, and he ain't gonna have no
We got
problem
beef,
with you
but
because at the end of the
I'm
day,
sure. I'm
he
sure
gonna
he's.
weigh he
I'm
gonna
sure
weigh
he's
we
a
up.
little mystified that anybody's going against him. I don't think he's used to that. You know what I mean? I don't think he's used to people. You know what I mean? I think he's used to being like the authority and the last word on some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, I've spoken now, and Chris has spoken, KRS has spoken, and you know
Listen, to be
what I mean?
honest, yeah, but again, you could talk about '90s Chris, you could talk about 2000s Chris. I think right now, I mean, he has definitely evolved, but I could definitely, and if he jumps on this and he
And
sees
I'm
me
far
on
from
here,
stupid. I don't know. I wish he was.
no, but
I'm far from
but
stupid. So
believe me,
I'm
it's
one of
gonna
the
get back.
people saying
He's gonna
that
see it.
they're not a creator. So if to say that these people are whoever's saying that is stupid, that you see what I'm saying? And you're saying that I'm stupid, and I'm far from stupid. So love you, Chris. I would never call you stupid, but you're wrong. You know what I mean? You're wrong. But listen, I want to maybe get one or two people, and I'm out, man.
Hey,
There was a lot
I just want to
of
say,
long talk in my comments earlier, so I thought maybe some of them might want to come on and try
well,
to
you can. I'm gonna step on. I had to get on here, not so
belabor
much for
the
the
point.
subject, not so much for the subject. I just want to get on here, man, just pour some love, light into your vibration. You know what I'm saying? You're very powerful, and you're purposeful. And I need to hit my gong.
Send out that vibration.
That gong was something else. You could not hear it on a regular phone, but as soon as went to video, that lets you know that they're messing with the frequencies.
Right.
Yeah, man. But we'll wrap, man. Thanks for having me on here, man. You're a powerful brother, man. Like, do not for one bit get caught up into any of that stuff because at the end of the day, you have what you feel. You spoke your piece. Karis One spoke his and his way of his understanding. You have your way and your understanding, but at the end of the day, we're all brothers and we're on a mission and to do greater and to do bigger. That's what it's about. On that
No
note,
doubt.
I'm heading back to the temple of hip hop. Today I'm Dwayne. Tomorrow I'm The Rock. I'm
Peace.
gonna get some gas. I'm gonna get some gas. Then I'm gonna get in the car and drive. And then I'll send you your check.
Yo, love you.
Oh, he's tagged. They're tagging the hell out of it. He's gonna be like, "Is that The Rock on there with Lord Jamar right now? Is that The Rock?" Yes, it's time to get back in the lab. It's time to get creative. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at right now.
All right, let me get
Peace
a
and
couple.
blessings to you, man. I love you, bro.
Love you too,
Thanks
bro.
for having me, man.
What's up?
Peace.
Peace. Okay, hang on. I'm bringing the brother Rashad. He said he got so much to say. What you got to say, Rashad? Talk to the God.
Bro, Jamar, how you doing, brother?
Please, Rashad, what's good?
Nothing, man. I just want to say I'm a huge fan, man. I got nothing but love and support for you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I just want to stop by and just say I love and support you, bro. I salute you, homie.
Please, where you from, man?
I'm from Inglewood, California.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
You,
We bump this shit every day, every night, bro.
you said what?
Inglewood, yeah.
I
I know. I was saying we bump your shit every day and night, bro. Like real talk.
appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir,
Yo,
man. I salute to you, brother. You a real dude, man. Don't nobody tell you different, man. You a real dude, man. You speak the truth. Real talk.
that's all I know how to speak, man.
For real, because a lot of these cats, man, they don't know, man. But once you speak the truth, man, it makes you feel good about yourself, for real.
Yeah. But yeah, we in here
So I'm
having
gonna let you.
yeah, we having this conversation and shit. I thought you might have
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, I just want to stop by, man, show some love, man, let you know that you're still recognized, bro. For real.
well, I appreciate you for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Yes,
Salute
sir.
you, brother. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, hang on. Amir. Peace.
Peace, Lord Jamal. Peace, God.
How you, Amir?
Man, alhamdulillah, I can't complain. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, and I gotta say it like this. The FBA created it. We're the first to appreciate it. Um, I love KRS One, but I love you as well, respectfully. Um, and all these, you realize how my people are quick to say the N word every second, even the black ones. They get offended when I say spick.
Mm.
You know, I'm from Philly, North Philly, and but all these Hispanics, like the Dominicans and Puerto Rican, let's say Puerto Ricans, they never supported the Peanuts. They never
Mm.
supported Fat Joe. They never
Mm.
supported Cypress Hill. They
Mm.
depended the Black Foundation to support them to get over. They never supported Curious George. You know, and these are some of the illest MCs. They never supported Charlie Chase. It was the blacks that supported him. So that's all I gotta say, man. Peace to you. I love your 5% album,
Thank
and
you.
the FBA created it, and we love the FBA. We love our black brothers, the foundation, and that's just what it is, man. And
And
but
we
my
love
whole,
y'all, bro. Like,
you
I
know,
don't understand why it's even a thing like that. Like, I don't understand why it can't be so simple. Like, you know what I mean?
but they don't support the hip hop now, yo. A lot of these Hispanic cats, they're walking around in
That's
dresses
deep
and
that you
makeup.
say that, though. I'm gonna bring that up in the future
No,
too.
say
Like,
it. It's
how come
it's, it's
y'all
the
didn't
truth.
support your Puerto Rican MCs? And where is the overwhelming amount of Puerto Rican MCs if y'all was such a force in the creation
Now,
part of it?
I'm gonna say one more thing, sir. Everyone praised Pun as the greatest Latino MC, right? Um, I'm the first one to say it. Joel Ortiz is superior. He's
Oh,
just he's just too black for a lot of these Hispanics to accept that. especially the Puerto Ricans. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's just what it is, man. Peace to you, Lord Jamal. I know you got others to tap on. And,
Thank you, bro.
one love, sir.
Yes, sir.
Salam
One
alaikum.
love. Peace.
One.
Oh man, that was like refreshing. That was very refreshing. Shit, let's see, who's this? FBA created it. They was the first to appreciate it. I thought I pressed accept. Oh, they're not there.
I just want to make a quick point.
There you go.
Yo soy Afro Latina. I'm Puerto Rican and black. And I got to say this. It's what I'm noticing. A lot of people talk about division, but denying FBA is division. When you have Kool Herc named as the father, that's erasure to black culture. That means it's non-existent. That means this one person created this whole thing by himself. And the crazy shit is, we up on 50 years of hip hop, where hip hop is now at universities. There are museums being built surrounding the culture. These things are being written in books. So it's almost like a new enlightenment period, where back in the day white people used to burn books to hide the truth from the people. And it's almost the same thing. It That's what makes it a division. You can't have a person like Spice, a reggae artist, go on a national syndicated radio show like the Breakfast Club and tell millions of people that hip hop came from dancehall. That's erasure. That's division. When you do something like that, you're erasing a whole group of people. We sit here and people, black people from all over the diaspora, we sit here and constantly talk about how white people take our culture, they take everything from us. And when you look at hip hop, it's the exact same thing. It's almost like everybody else became FBA sub oppressor when we talk about our culture, but be the first one to be like, we don't have no culture. And for the Puerto Ricans, I feel like y'all need to do, because I'm Puerto Rican as well, we need to do a better job amongst ourselves. We just finished coming out of the festival and the parade season, and there's not one Negro sitting on those floats being pushed to the forefront. That's from Spanish Harlem. I live in Spanish Harlem. You got people like Commodore, who's Boricua. That's not up there, but you got other members of the Latin community representing Puerto Rico and on these floats pushed to the forefront. So I think, Puerto Ricans, the side of my people that's Puerto Rican, we need to do a better job with the colorism aspect of it all and the representation of that before we try to take ownership and the culture that started from black people. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land. Because in the comment section, a lot of y'all was saying, well, debate KRS One. Let's do a debate. Let's do a people's debate. Let's do the music history up until hip hop and the influence. Let's play Puerto Rican Spanish music before hip hop. Let's play toasting dance hall before hip hop, and let's play blues, jazz, and even other songs from FBA, and let's see who and what is the closest. Because I did this before. This is my argument. I had these arguments all up and down Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? And with Clubhouse, I was able to play the music so you could see the difference. There is no such thing. Stop saying it's division when it's not, because saying Kool Herc is division, denying FBA is division at all. And we can't sit here and complain about white people and the oppression and the erasure of history and culture when we do that shit to ourselves. That's where the division come in at, the denial. And I learned.
Yo, so well said, sister. Thank you. I accidentally, and brother, thank you for patiently waiting. I accidentally joined brother by accident. I don't really be fucking with this IG live like this. So like, I didn't think you was coming on, and then now y'all both on. So, but man, all I can say is, yup. Thank you, sister. That was beautiful.
And I appreciate you bringing me up here. That's why I was like, please, because I got that point to make. That's the division. Like, it's all over the world and all this other stuff. They don't do that to salsa. And I love salsa. I love bomba. But you know why? They were honest about it. They tell you where the drums come from. They tell you where the horn section, each of the horn sections come from. They tell
Mm.
you the part of the piano where it comes from. They honest about that shit. Not only that they honest, my cousin is Bobby Allende. He played with Tito Puente and all that. He's the conga. Okay.
Mm.
So I have that in my roots as well. And I guarantee you, no Dominican, no FBA, no none of that could come into that and be like, well, we started it. Oh, well, we're gonna put ownership on this shit because we was there at the beginning. We was at Latin corners and all this other shit. So we're gonna take part of this shit too, because we know how to salsa. White people, they make salsa classes and shit like that. But you will never have the Puerto Rican or the Dominican or wherever you are in the Latin communities have another motherfucker outside of that come in and be like, well, I was there too. I was in a Latin club, playing the piano or singing along. So we are part of this thing too. That will never happen. It will never happen. And the same way all cultures gatekeep, and not gatekeep to keep people out, but to respect the
And
traditions
to
and
protect.
the authenticity of the culture. Why we can't do that too? That's crazy to me. That's why I say it's like sub-oppression. It's the same thing white people did to us all over the world. Y'all doing the same shit. And I land.
You're taking the words out of my mouth. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. I'll get off so y'all can talk.
No doubt. Thank you. Whoa. I just like the fact that I had two back-to-back half Puerto Rican people that get it, like that understand the concept of what's being said here. It's, not no hate. What's good, bro? What's your name?
Nothing much, man. Priest forever out of Harlem, New York.
Peace,
Uh,
priest.
peace, God. Okay, so I was a member of BDP from '99 to 2004, 2005. I produced KRS. I'm on the records with him, and all of that.
Damn. So we got two
I'm
KRS producers tonight.
I produced for him. I'm rhyming on him with the records and all of that. As a side man, DJ, all of that. So here's the thing, and I'm sure you'll understand and appreciate what I'm saying. I'm not here to talk for him, but I can say that I think we both recognize he says some things that he has to say for political reasons.
I don't play those games.
I agree.
I don't
I
play those
agree. The truth,
games. And if you have to play those games, that's up to you.
correct.
And I'm not trying to just cut you off, but I already kind of know where you're going.
Right,
And I'm
right,
just saying, if you have to play those games, that's up to you. But I'm not gonna now sit back and be like, well, I understand why he had to say it because he's down with this and that, and he don't want to mess that up. So da 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 da. That's not me. I
right.
can't. I still gotta tell the truth.
No, no,
So
no. Listen,
you
the
can say
truth is
what
the
you
truth.
gotta say for whatever political reasons, and then still know the truth. But then again, if you do that, we had names for shit like that. When
Right.
you do things other than, for money or for whatever reasons, and you go against your truth or your morals or something like that, there's names for stuff like that.
Well, what I can say that leads to the point you made is the truth is the truth. The people who were involved in the early phases are all there. You coming from a background of the NGA and when brothers would build on issues, what do you think it's going to take to fix it? Because the people who did it are right there in the Bronx, the people who were involved. They can be asked, I mean, is it going
And
to
they've
take?
already been asked, and they
Right,
stated it, and people still don't want to hear it. They're still like,
see,
no,
right,
it's what we
right,
feel it is.
right.
We
And my
told you.
concern is, yeah, and my concern is the infighting. People, not that we care so much about what people outside of the culture think, but I'm more concerned with getting some of these interlopers, the Adam 22s, and some of these other people out of the culture than putting the infighting on display. I'm wondering from what I want to know from you is, do you think there can be a way, there can be a universal build on it where the people who are involved can sit down and talk about it and say, look, we're all of hip hop. This is how we're going to move forward with telling this part of the story because people are only talking from their reference points to the culture. Fat Joe is only talking from his reference point. P Rock is only talking from their reference point. But like you said, the truth is the truth. It is what it is. That's irrefutable. How do we in hip hop, like that big meeting they had back in the day where Bam and everybody called everybody to have a discussion? Is it time for us to have another one of those in the culture? That's all I wanted to pose to you, brother.
You saying how could that happen? I don't know. Like, you know, it can happen, but people just got to be mature and people got to be real. Like, you can't have a rational conversation with somebody that's not being rational. Like, at some point, it's just like, all right, so you're just going to be in your feelings. Like, what else could, like, I showed a clip of Charlie Chase saying,
I saw that.
I was, he said, I'm Spanish. I couldn't go in as
Call
Carlos
myself Charlie.
Mendez. This
Uh-huh.
was hip hop. All those cats was black. You know what people's response was? Oh, nobody could use their government name. Like, that's what they got
Right,
from it. He literally prefaced it with, I'm Spanish and I loved this music. He specifically said this music, and people still took away that, no, he's just saying he couldn't use his government name. Everybody had a flashy name. You had to have
right,
a flashy name at the
right,
time.
right. Well, listen, brother, I appreciate you bringing me on and continue speaking truth to power on this. These are conversations that got to be had. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that we can get this together in house in hip hop so that we can come to a common consensus on it within amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that it moves forward in a positive way, man. But other than that, peace, God, keep up the good work, and yeah, that's what's up.
No doubt. Thank
Right?
you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Peace. All right, y'all. I think it's 12:12. I think I'm about to be out. We went from 11 to 11. Um, I added a moderator to my. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, I think I'm about to end this shit. What what was said needed to be said, and it was said. No, I don't see none of the slick talkers in here. No, I'm out. Somebody said Super Silver Haze like 16, 15 years ago. Remember the Super Silver Haze? I love Haze. Oh, don't tell me that, Jimmy Boneyard. I can talk to my man. He'll get it to you. Probably some shit with shipping. Maybe he was overseas or some shit like that. I don't know. Why is this half screen up like that? Hey, I'm out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And you know, like I said, this ain't no hateful shit. We just telling the truth, man. Love y'all, even if you upset with me. All right, peace.